Hi Aries, welcome into your reading. We're going to do, this is a weekly. This is going to be the first week of December. We're going to go from the 1st to the 6th December. If you want to know your monthly, I just did that yesterday actually. So go ahead and look at the monthly overview, but then let's do the weekly so you can see how things are transitioning week to week, okay? All right, this is last call December. This is the last hurdle. This is the last hurrah. We're throwing out the old and we're coming in with the new. And I want you guys to be prepared because Saturn is coming into Aries. Saturn sucks. Saturn is the devil. But Saturn is also discipline. So I'm not hating where it is, where it's residing in which houses, depending on which month you were born in, Aries wise. It's teaching you how to control your fire. It's actually helping you mastering it. How to control your fire, who deserves it, who doesn't, who needs it, who doesn't, and how you dispense it, right? It's teaching you to walk yourself off the ledge. It's going to become so natural by the end of the year that you will be the king of all elements, even though you are a derivative of fire. All right. I hope this makes sense to you guys. So, what is the situation for my Aries first week of December? Let's see what the scope looks like for them. Those 15-minute gift certificates I did for Black Friday and supposedly Cyber Monday, I just want to say thank you. They sold out in a night. I'm like, holy shit, I've got nothing for Cyber Monday. I just wanted to say thank you for those. But if you did do those, please drop me an email if you want to redeem them or who they're supposed to be redeemed by. All right. 10 of Wands, you're burdened by something. And 8 of Wands, you're going back and forth. I feel like somebody's rushing in to say something to you, Aries, or you rushed out and said something to them. And now there was like some sort of back and forth here between you and someone else. And it's created a burden and it's like added an extra something layer of shit that you got to deal with and take care of. You're like, oh, but you're going back and forth here with somebody dealing with it. I think eventually, because this burden is too much, you walk away. Let's see what's going on. What's coming in towards my Aries? It just feels like somebody here is breadcrumbing you, but it seems like you can be together. It's weird. I just think you're dealing with another energy that doesn't deal with love the way you do, perhaps. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but we'll see. Could be wrong. What's coming in? Show me cards. Coming in for Aries first week of December. You're guarded, that's for sure. I have a feeling someone's making you feel this way or do this on purpose, right? You're emotionally guarded. Obviously, you're carrying a lot of baggage, wounds. And I feel like somebody made you this way. Or they're making you feel like you have to defend yourself by hiding parts of you. And that's already a bad sign because when an Aries has to start doing that, how far can it go? Because Aries are really into like, one, intimacy, two, intimacy of the soul. So if you can't show that part of you, it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna feel like it's doomed to prosper or go forward. Because if you can't have that connection, you're not gonna continue. All right, because 7 of Cups in reverse has you completely confused. You don't know what to do. If this isn't you, then this is them. This is also, I'm not going to lie either, this is a card of delusion. Somebody here is deluded. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's either being very immature or they're not learning the life lesson here. Or like, this is like you at a job, right? But you're not learning, or no one's helping you to learn the ropes of the company. You could be like persuading yourself this is the right fit, but it's not. And now you're like kind of protective. Others of you, if this is in regards to love, someone here is not learning. It's stagnating. It's getting to the expiration date. And someone here is super confused. But because of these feelings, they're blurring the lines for you that you're now starting to try to put up guards, Aries. What is it that Aries doesn't see coming their way? Doesn't see coming their way, please, for Aries. Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Some of you are leaving a job that pays well, or a company. Others of you, it's a marriage or a commitment. I don't know. You're mentally disengaging and going poof, just like that. This card, I swear, please, I don't want to see it at the bottom anymore. Clearly, the universe is moving your life forward. Look what's happening behind that card. What do we say about Tower? Tower is disciplinary. It's not disciplinary. Saturn is disciplinary, which is the death card. It's the devil too, actually. Lie. But I say that because this is a Scorpio card. But besides that, this is a disruption. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry. Disruption. Disruptions happen because it was just hanging on by like the skin of its teeth. The relationship, the job, the person, the situation, was just hanging on by a thread, right? And then snip, snip, it fell. You have to let it fall. It's like, you know, when you have a sweater and it kind of unravels and you're like, oh, no, I can fix it. Unless you're like some magnificent knitter, it's not going to be a hole. But if you are a knitter and the other person is a fucking knitter, then you can knit it together. If you get my meaning. Somebody's got to go fix themselves, come back correct. All right? But you're mentally disengaging and you're moving on from this. Whatever this commitment or marriage thing is. You're getting in your little boat and you're saying bye to this family situation. All right. What's the advice here for Aries, please? High Priestess, use your intuition. All right. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay. Sorry, I had to pause for a hot second. Somebody was outside the door. Oh, look at this. The Sun and the Nine of Swords. High Priestess. Use your intuition. Your God-given intuition. It's there to guide you, protect you, and serve you. Okay? 1, 2. If you're not talking to a person, it's because you said everything there is to say. Either you start implementing or they start implementing the changes or you move on, right? Stress. Don't go down this deep, dark hole, all right? Because once you fall in a well, it's almost impossible to crawl yourself out. 9 of Swords. Sleepless nights, stress, anxiety. We'll see more when we clarify. You know, every time we clarify, that's like the whole reading. But every sword is like a depiction of what your problems are. Like one sword is, how am I going to do this? The other sword, what about my kids? The other sword, what about my job? What about my finances? What about my stuff? Like your mind starts unraveling because every sword represents a problem to you. You need to just kind of like control yourself. Use your intuition. Just ride that wave. Okay? And then the Sun, being happy, seeing the truth of something, seeing the light of something. Okay? Sun for me in the advice is seeing the truth, knowing the truth. And these two cards together is oh so powerful. So you should understand by now, Aries, that you're stressing and having sleepless nights is your subconscious alerting you. You know instinctually. You know you see the truth, the Sun, right? And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. All of this is happening to you for a reason. It's moving your life forward and you're moving out into your future. 2 of Wands. There's this thing, the Tower. Let's move it along. Let's see what's going on. What is the outcome, please, of the week? Let me see what's going on here with the 6 of Pentacles, which is the Beggar's card. Look at all these major arcanas back here. The Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, Temperance. Moving your life forward, staying focused, tempering yourself. Okay, this is nice. Closing a chapter from your past. Completing a chapter, the World. seeking justice. Others of you, maybe it's a divorce. Others of you, it's a marriage. This is the new life for 2026. I know relationship-wise, you should be having some luck, 2026, Aries. It's the other stuff that Saturn is working on. It's your inside stuff that Saturn will be helping you with, right? Your human construct, more or less. Somebody here is begging for attention in the outcome of the week, or maybe it's literal, like needing your help financially. We'll see. Let's start clarifying. Please help me. I need something, sir. It's like, you know, you send out a text message and they answer you like 2 days later. You're like, what? No. You ask them a question on Monday and they answer you on Friday. What? No, that's not going to work. And if you're vibing and feeling that, thus the 9 of Wands. Oh, no shuffle for you? Okay. Okay. Actually, let me just give it one good shuffle. Aries, please. Thank you. Should probably sage these cards. All right, 10 of Wands. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. They do not need to be an earth sign. This is just representative of somebody who has a lot of stability, has their shit together, is very practical, earthy, grounded. Now, mind you, this could be a lot in their chart or it's just a representation of them. This person is burdening you. But I need you to understand that she is in the upright position. They're available for this relationship. Look at this. 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm pretty sure your December reading was heavily leaning towards some sort of partnership, like a relationship. That's the vibe I got from the whole month. How it was about how you feel about somebody, that they feel the same way towards you, however you feel. But there's a burden here. It's like it's not easy for you. It's definitely not easy. That's why I felt like the 9 of Wands, somebody's making you feel this way, like that you have to guard yourself. What is the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles, please? Eight of Pentacles, working towards your craft, your hobby. I feel like you're just keeping your head down and you're just churning it out, whether it's a relationship or it's like your job, your hobby, whatever it is that you're doing, right? You're just kind of like churning it out, but you're keeping your head down, looking towards the bench, not realizing that you're collecting all this knowledge, experience, grace, even yourself. You're like these goals that you're creating. I don't think you've seen how much you've accomplished is what I'm saying, because you keep your head down. That's why there could be some sort of confusion. Others of you, Page of Pentacles, could quite in fact be like, enough is enough. You learned enough. It's time to elevate. It's time to actually grow. It's that theory I was telling you, when you go to college, you're not going to stay in year 1. You're going to go to year 2, 3, and 4 to get your degree. So quite actually, the Page of Pentacles, now that we've clarified it, is telling me you need to elevate. You need to grow from this. You need to move on to the next stage. Because it's showing me also at the bottom of the deck, you're healing. Look at you, Queen of Wands. Mentally disengaging. Now that you know something. That Tower still wants to come. I'm gonna tell you're gonna pause and reflect, but don't pause for too long, because boom comes the Tower. Then you take action and look what happens. Partnership. This is not this week. What's on the table is this week. This is coming down the pike. So this is just telling me what you're doing the first week. I like that also when we do these readings, Aries, if you're feeling a kind of way or a certain kind of way, and these cards are coming out, at least they're explaining to you how you feel. So you could kind of like control yourself, right? So you can kind of temper yourself, be like, okay, that makes sense. I just need to like walk myself off the ledge. It's cool. Or, oh, is that what it is? Because that's what I thought it was too. So now it's time I do a little skippity doodah somewhere else. It depends. You're all going through different situations, but at least this is why we use tarot to see this situation as it unfolds, right? What is the Six of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles? Page of Swords, Four of Swords. Page of Swords and Four of Swords tells me as you're healing or as you're receiving information, you start to heal. Because you're like, I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving this corporate job thing, money place, because I don't know, I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm not learning. I'm not growing. I'm not getting anything from it. I'm leaving this marriage commitment because it's stagnated. There's no more evolution in it. You're looking up from the bench now. You're looking up. And you're saying, why am I still here? I got to get in my little raft and go. And then you start stalking or you start doing homework and you start getting information and then you start healing that part of you, the confused side of you. Because you're sitting there and you're saying, well, I invested a lot over here, but you Aries know that if you made this over here, you can make all of that over here. High Priestess, the Sun, and the Nine of Swords, please. The Hierophant. And Temperance. Yeah. Remember earlier, I just told you you're starting to temper yourself. That's in your advice. And you need to. Don't get caught up with being obsessed with someone or something. You need to control your inner sides, right? You need to temper yourselves. You need to walk yourselves off ledges, right? And you need to do something traditional. All right. Also, when you receive this truth, whether it's something you committed to, like a marriage or your career, you know instinctually the next step. You know where you need to go, but you are also tempering yourself and doing something traditionally. But you have doubts. And that's why you're torn as to the decision that you need to make. And that thing that was unrequited, you might actually go back to it. It's fine. No stone left unturned, right, Aries? Oh, God. This is crazy. You have so much major arcana. You've got so much happening to you in December. It's not even funny. Yeah. I think you got one last hurdle. I think you've got one last jump dealing with all of this nonsense or whatever. You instinctually know what you're going to do next anyway. You know the direction you're going. Well, I don't know why you're stressing about it. It's no need to stress about it, all right? Because you're going to do it anyway. Because your instincts are driving you in that direction. All right, let's see. So, go at your heart chakra, walk yourself off the ledge, temper yourself and your fire, because not everyone deserves your fire in the first place, okay? Just be more discerning. What is the Six of Pentacles? Please clarify. Yeah, this breadcrumbing situation, you're like, maybe it's just their style. Maybe this is just how they love, or someone's begging you for it, right? You're making a thoughtful decision by calling a timeout. All right. You have a King of Swords here, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And funny, but you're kind of like, what am I getting from this person? Breadcrumbs. That's hurting me. It's killing me. even if I have to walk away from them, because that's just how you roll, Aries. If it's not authentic, you leave. You're like, I have to face the reality. This person is only going to give me breadcrumbs. So it's heartbreaking. But you know what? The Band-Aid comes off. And you stop stressing because now you know. Then you pick up the pieces slowly and cautiously move forward. And no more burden. Because your heart isn't pounding every friggin' night wondering what decision to make and do. You defend yourself. You stay focused. You stay on track. Regardless of this third party situation or third angle or whatever the hell was casual, you're like, I want stability. So I will go off and do the new thing. And I will close this chapter and let you go. And I will wait for my ships to come in. So death to you. Yes, it's going to cause me to be protective. And then eventually I'm going to, I don't know, make a judgment call, realize I'm stuck, left out in the cold. But then I have a reconciliation, perhaps with somebody I never expected, with wish fulfillment and desire. I got to think about this. So you put down roots and you walk away from someone else. You got an interesting ass December happening to you, Aries. But this is the first week. What are we going to read about in the extended? We dropped tarot on this. I know how other readers use oracle cards. They just throw them out. No, I actually like them because it's something extra. I don't see. I didn't ask. It's what universe wants to contribute to the reading. And then when we add tarot, it's just more messages about your love life. Okay? Aries, please. Aries. And we do that in the extended. There's a lot. Shoot. Codependency. Yep. Keep an open mind. That's probably why I saw the unrequited love card turned upside down. And passion. All right. I really am sensing, I'm not even shitting you a little bit, guys, that once you go through this turbulent stuff, I feel like while you're minding your own business, you doing you, you attract this new energy that comes in with a lot of passion, right? And it's telling you to keep an open mind. Codependency is just telling me maybe you're just stuck on someone from your past, or, you know, you're just stuck on depending on someone, or someone is dependent on you. And that's keeping you stuck because they're dependent on you. But we'll see in the extended what it's talking about when we clarify it with tarot. Last but not least, my other favorite oracle deck. I always go back to it time to time. I try to recycle it out. I just find the Wisdom House of Night so accurate. Like, anyone can use this deck. I love it. I'll have it in description down below. Aries, please. You have a problem? You have a question? Ask, flip, see what comes out. Advice. Aries, please. Message? Whoa. You definitely are getting some sort of messaging. Let's see what they're saying. Get ready and pay attention. You're about to get a message with special meaning. Maybe someone will text you something nice, or you will find out about something in a phone call from a friend. Perhaps a letter will come in the mail, or maybe I will send you a sign in nature that will point you in the right direction. Regardless of what you ask, you will soon know the answer, or the very least know the way. A message is coming. Choose another card if you need to know what that message is going to be about. I'm going to pull that in the extended. I was going to also pull a card from, I don't think I see it here. No, but I might look for it. Spirit guides, animal spirit guides, in case you do have a message from nature. All right, guys, I see how it got blurry. Sorry about that, but I will pull another card in the extended from Wisdom House of Night. And